זמרה זמרו לאדוני בכינו בקול זמרה זמרו לאדוני בכינו בקול זמרה. Sorry, 17. Tricked you. Romemu, sing with praise, with love, an open heart. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. וישתחוו בדום רגליו קדוש הוא אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו. Everyone sing. חי מזמור לדוד הבו לאדוני בני ירים הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז הבו לאדוני גבוד שמה השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש Mir lo kulo omer kavod ay 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 Adonai lamavul yashav yishem Adonai hay melech leolam Adonai os le'amo yiten Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom hey yalai 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 ay 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 do boy do 20. We greet the bride. The seventh day is completion. Everyone, everyone, B'nai Shabbat, Shabbat, Mekabelah, Mikdash Melech, Ir Melucha, Mitzahim, Mitkol Chafecha, Rav L'Shevet, V'yemek Hamaka, V'hu Yachamol Alayichem Laleh, Likrat kana v'bnei Shabbat, Shabbat Mekabelah Itnarim yafarku mi'lishi b'hideh Sifartecha mi'al yad ben Yishai Ve'alach mi'korba el navi Ge'allah lecha Ani ami verim nefta ayirani שיסה שוסייך ורחקו כל דברייך יסיס עלייך אלוהייך ימסוס חתנה לקלה אוי לך תורי לקראת קלה בני שנה לקבלה ימינו שמאל תפרוצי ותרוני נאיסי איי בין פרצי אריס בחי והנגיל נעלה התודי לקראת קלה בני שבת
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Wonderful. Greet your friends, your neighbors. Turn to somebody next to you, behind you, in front of you. Greet them, wish them Shabbat Shalom. Wave hello, wink, nod, shake hands, do human things. Everyone at home, do the same. Try through your computer screens to shake hands with one another. Sending kisses across the internet. We are on page 22, Mizmor Shil Yom HaShabbat, Tov Lehodot L'Adonai. We're going to give thanks to God for this week, for this relaxation, this break from reality called Shabbat. Page 22. Mizmor Shil Yom HaShabbat.
בידך ארנן.
Louder.
וזמר לשמך עליון בו, טוב להודות לאדוני. וזמר לשמך עליון מה קדמו מעשיך יה.
It's good to see everyone again. I've been away. I think a lot of people have been here over the summer, but for those of you who have not been here, welcome back. It's good to see you again. And for those of you who are new to us here, looking for just the right synagogue, you found it. There's no need to go anywhere else. This is the place for you. If you're already a member, by the way, look for our visitors during the Oneg and shower on them some of that good old-fashioned Stephen Wise hospitality. Don't let them go without talking to them. This week's Torah portion is Ki Teitzei. It begins this way. Ki teitzei lamilchama al oivecha. When you go out to war against your enemy, v'ra'ita b'shivya eshet ifat toar. And when you see among the captives a beautiful woman, v'chashakta ba, and you crave her. And then the Torah describes the process of taking this captive woman into your home and eventually marrying her. But here's the thing. Within 2 verses, the Torah describes the man losing interest in his foreign wife and prescribes how to release her and send her on her way with dignity. והיה אם לא חפצת בה ושילחת לנפשה. And if it shall come to pass that you no longer want her, release her, allow her to go wherever she pleases. How strange. No, the Torah presumes that the woman who was so coveted will soon no longer be wanted. Takes a mere 2 verses in the text. The Torah even uses different words to describe these emotions. Chashakta is a word that is similar to infatuation, strong desire. when first attracted to her, and chafatzta, no longer wanted, a more neutral word, when that enchantment, that infatuation evaporates. It always happens, right? Infatuation eventually dissipates, and we're left with our basic values and our prime emotions. The plain meaning of the text is clear. The Parsha deals with the rules of warfare, combat between nations, and in particular, how to treat captives. How appropriate during these challenging and painful times. There are laws and norms governing combat and captives. Not everything is permitted, and the Torah is interested in describing how you win a war without losing your soul. But the immediate introduction at the beginning of the Parsha of this craving that quickly dissipates led some of our sages to more carefully examine the Torah text. What is this milchama? What is this war that the Torah describes, they asked. What kind of struggle would lead to the diminishment of such powerful passions so quickly? The key word is vechashakta. Very hard to translate. It means something like strong, overwhelming, powerful desire. Vechashaktava. It connotes a kind of hard-to-control craving, an aching physical attraction. And therefore, some commentators advance the idea that this milchama, this war, does not actually refer to physical combat at all, but rather to the internal struggle, the inner battle to control ourselves, to control our passions, and to control our emotions. The war, they suggested, is the age-old struggle inside ourselves between our impulse for good, what the rabbis called yetzer hatov, the good impulse, and the opposite impulse, the yetzer hara, the negative, bad, or problematic impulse. You know, Plato equated the human condition to that of a charioteer trying to control horses that are pulling in different directions. We try to ride this road of life, but these wild stallions of our personality keep pulling us in opposite directions. Each of us has these competing inclinations, one for elevation and one for degradation. You can recognize the yetzer in yourself when, say, you feel this twinge of envy in another's accomplishments. If they bought a big house, we need that too. If their children get into the elite program, our children should too. It doesn't matter if we can afford it or not. That's not the point. The point is, why should they have more than me? What am I, chopped liver? If someone has more than you, more money, more prestige, more status, more attention, more influence, it diminishes your happiness. This is the yetzer hara. This is the negative impulse. It's that little figure sitting on your shoulder reminding you that you can't be happy unless someone else is happier than you. It's that element in our personality that famed 20th century journalist and social commentator H.L. Mencken once described in this way: happiness is making $100 more than your wife's sister's husband. You ever participated in honoring a colleague, and with all of the sincere respect and admiration that you have for that person, nonetheless you feel this twinge of je ne sais quoi, that little voice inside of you that irks you? Hey, why aren't they recognizing me? That little voice is what the rabbis call the yetzer hara, the problematic impulse. You ever been passed over for a job? Or stewed in your office while others take credit for the work that you've done. That's the Yetzer Hara, the problematic impulse. It's that part of our personality that considers any slight against me an offense of monumental proportions, but real disrespect of others is trivial in our eyes. It's what Mel Brooks meant when he said, tragedy is when I cut my finger. Comedy is when you fall into an open sewer and die. But Jewish sages realize that we are who we are, in part, because of the Yetzer. This impulse of dominance, ego, control, envy, selfishness. The point, according to the rabbis, was not to deny the Yetzer or to be resigned to it either. What can I do? The devil made me do it. Our task, say the sages, is to master this impulse and to use it for good purposes. Rabbi Nachman said, if it were not for the evil impulse, no person would build a house, take a wife, or have children. I see some great kids here. What he meant was, if it wasn't for this Yetzer, this problematic impulse, this desire to see our name in lights, no one would become a star. A star in the movies, on stage, in the lab, in public leadership, in the courthouse, in the academy, in the workplace. Few people would get married, according to Rabbi Nachman, or have children if they didn't have this impulse of v'chashaktava, this overwhelming physical allure for another. The desire for recognition, our ego, pushes us to succeed. Jews believe that for practically all of us, there's no such thing as pure and utter selflessness. Human beings were not designed that way. We enter the world yapping and shrieking for attention. Babies are attention-sucking machines. That's who we are from the moment of birth. And we never really change. We want to be respected, recognized, and honored. So we need this Yetzer to be fully human and to be optimally productive, to maximize our potential. Since this Torah portion always falls during the month of Elul, the weeks preceding Rosh Hashanah, that are devoted to introspection, self-reflection, and self-improvement, how appropriate that we should be reminded through this Torah portion that at its core, the source of all wars, the source of all struggles, is rooted in the internal tug of war between these competing impulses inside every human being. As Ecclesiastes wrote, such a twisted thing cannot be made straight, a lack that cannot be made good. But we can work on ourselves. It's what the month of Elul and the high holy days are about. And fortunately, the sages not only describe the problem, they also proscribe the solution. The Talmud states, the Holy One spoke unto Israel, my children, I created the evil impulse. That's an interesting philosophical question. We should take a class on that. Tell me you want to study that and we'll spend a few hours studying that. Why did God create the evil impulse in the first place? My children, I created the evil impulse, but you know what the antidote is? Want to take a guess? Nobody? All these scholars here? But I also created the Torah as its antidote. If you occupy yourselves with Torah, you will not be delivered into the hands of the Yetzer Hara. the evil impulse. The school of Rabbi Ishmael taught, if this Yetzer, if this repulsive wretch meets you, drag him into the house of study. It's a classic Jewish approach. What's the method to deal with our daily struggles to be good and to control ourselves despite ourselves? Study and reflection that lead to self-mastery. When we encounter the greatest minds in human history through study, we understand that we're not alone, that all human beings struggle with the same things that we struggle with. And we learn that we can master our straying hearts and our self-absorbed ego by understanding how others have done it. We do not wish to eliminate our pursuit of material resources. Poverty is not a virtue in Judaism. But we seek to find balance between prosperity and charity. We do not seek to eliminate our physical attraction to others, but we seek to master them and to channel them into productive and enduring relationships. Eat, enjoy, but don't be a glutton. Drink, but don't be a drunk. Be ambitious, but don't be an egomaniac. Influence, but don't be an authoritarian. Lead, but don't be a tyrant. Judaism insists that biology is not destiny. If one desires to turn himself to the path of the good and the righteous, the choice is his, Maimonides wrote. Should he desire to turn to the path of evil and be wicked, the choice is his. The devil made me do it is no excuse in Judaism. Rabbi Yisrael Kagan, better known as the Chafetz Chaim, he lived to the ripe age of 95. When he was already very old, he was asked how he managed still to get up so early every day. And he responded, when I wake up, I tell myself that my Yetzer is also very old as I am, and he has already arisen. And so must I. When we master our impulses, we will have broken the chains of enslavement to the idolatries of society, and then, and only then, will we be truly free. The Talmud contains this profound passage. One day, the Holy One will bring the evil inclination before the righteous and the wicked. To the righteous, it'll have the appearance of a towering hill. And to the wicked, it will have the appearance of a strand of hair. Both the righteous and the wicked shall weep. The righteous will weep, saying, how were we able to overcome such a towering hill? And the wicked will weep, saying, how is it that we were unable to overcome this strand of hair? Shabbat Shalom and Shana Tova to you. May this year be a good year, a year of more peace, more understanding, and greater tranquility. We turn to the Baruch Hu on page 146, and we rise.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. אהבת עולם בית ישראל. עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותם לימדת, אוי אוי, על כן אדוני אלוהינו וסותנו, וחומנו נשיאת בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, לעולם ועד אהבת עולם בית ישראל. עמך אהבת, ותורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, אוי אוי, על כן אדוני אלוהינו וסותנו, וקומנו נשיאת בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, לעולם ועד. אל חיינו ויבורך ימינו, ובהם נהגה יומם, גם בלילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך